been here for a few hours now. It's been a long day for everybody involved, but I'm about to meet Serj. I'm so excited. He seems like such a cool guy. He's having so much fun bopping around on set. So I can't wait to pick his brains and ask him some questions about his ideas on politics and music and life, and I'm gonna shoot the shit and have some fun.
You want me to put this off?
How you doing, Serj?
Good. How are you?
Good, really good. Tell us about the music video we're shooting today.
We are shooting a video of Fuck, Let's Figure It Out. Can you say that on the channel?
Fuck.
Fuck. Let's figure it out. Apparently, iTunes won't let us use the F word, or even F, let's figure it out, or even star, 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 F, let's figure it out. So I want to say iTunes, fuck. Let's figure it out.
Beep, 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 beep.
And yeah, no, we're making a video. It's I guess it's a political song talking about the, abusive capitalism and, the difference created in economic stature and the environmental damage that is a result as well. It's a political song, but it's also got like a funny kind of humorous tune to it in a certain way. Ara Sujan's directing again. This is the 4th video he's doing with us. He did Money, which was the first video he did with us, and Sky is Over and Gate 21. So he's a great director and a really good friend of mine. And he had the concept of shooting the band, the FCC and I, in front of a large LCD screen with a lot of kind of Wall Street type of figures and numbers and colors and all sorts of stuff going on, intercut with a lot of scenes of protest. And later on in the video, we're going to be going to a boardroom where there's going to be CEOs, and the protesters are going to confront the CEOs, and we're not sure what's going to happen, that kind of stuff. But it's all, I mean, these are things that are already happening in our society right now. And so we're trying to address it in the song, but do it in a way that's fun as well, not too serious.
But these are long days for you. I mean, is this fun or is this work?
It's work. Most artists really hate making videos and doing press and talking to journalists. No disrespect.
It's okay. It only hurts me a little bit.
No. But it's, I mean, you make it fun, especially, I've been doing it for like 15 years now, and you have to learn, you can't do press or promotion or videos for promoting the record. I mean, that's the ultimate purpose, but you got to find something else that you can learn from it, something else that you can enjoy about it. Otherwise, it's whatever, it's work,
Your new album sounds really interesting. What can you tell me about it?
The new record is called Harakiri. Harakiri is a Japanese term that signifies ritualistic suicide, also known as seppuku. And it's basically, the year 2011 kind of started with the massive deaths of all these, bird and fish all around the world. And I found it to be a very kind of interesting omen for the times to come. And it almost felt like these species were knowingly killing themselves. And they would report it in the press and come out with some cockamamie scientific explanation saying that, it was the firecrackers and it made 500,000 birds go up and kill themselves, or it was the lack of oxygen in the bay in San Pedro or wherever it was, in Redondo. And none of it makes any sense reasonably, and because they have no idea why this is happening, yet no one's making a big deal out of it, even though there's millions of these animals that have, in the same time period, died. And of natural causes. So I thought it was a huge statement upon, our environmental impact, upon what's happening with the world. And so the first song I wrote for this album is called Harakiri, which is the title track. And that's where the record comes from. Not all the songs are about that, but they all have a little part of the puzzle of, human interaction, environmental devastation, along with, love and personal stories and funny stuff, humorous things, so yeah.
I heard that you were doing an iPad. Can you explain to me? I don't actually know what I'm talking about.
I'm doing a new iPad music application based on this record and the loops from this record. In other words, we're cutting the songs, the stems of the songs, the drums, the guitars, everything into small loops, and we're going to make an iPad application, music application called I Am Serj. This is I've been kind of collecting these apps from a company called Savage Apps that make these programs called I Am Beatbox, I Am Symphony, like all sorts of things, and they have a really cool interface and a different way of kind of putting together music and an arrangement in a way that you wouldn't think of picking up an instrument and playing it, in terms of writing a song. So so we're doing that, and I did use the iPad to sketch like 3 of the songs from the record, which is really cool. I think, you know, if you've written music for a long time, you have to kind of find ways to trick yourself into writing in a different way than you're used to, you know. So if you've never written on guitar, then try writing on guitar. But I've written on guitar, piano, electronic stuff, and everything. So I was trying to find ways to trick myself into producing differently, and so the iPad was really cool for doing that.
Well, besides that, you're
Yep.
a poet, you're a songwriter, composer, singer, you've met with heads of state, you've played with orchestras, you've made jazz records, electronic records. Is there anything you can't do?
You know, there's a lot that I still want to do. I want to compose more for film. It's a passion of mine in terms of the music, where it's going, and I want to do more of that. Video games, films, documentaries, like all sorts of stuff. So that, to me, that's like the next chapter in my life in some ways, and I want to compost.
You want to compost?
I want to compost and compose.
Fuck
That's
yeah.
my new that's my new slogan.
Gotcha. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, it sounds like you're a very busy man. I don't want to keep you.
No,
but,
all good. Thanks, Erin.
Thank you so much.
Right
It
on.
was a pleasure.
Likewise, thanks.
Yay!